준비가 돼 있어 이게 또 지르는 major 진짜라 빛이 나 blazing Yeah, I've been praying about this way about 쉽게 이뤄가긴 뭘 System 따라만 움직이는 애들 다 제껴도
Hello, we are 82MAJOR's!
You guys are returning with a brand new album, Silent Syndrome. So first off, tell me about the title of that and what that means.
이번 앨범 사일런스 신드롬에서 사일런스는 이중적인 의미가 포함되어 있는데요. 먼저 요즘 정형화된 시스템 속에서 저희가 침묵하고 순응하는 사회를 살아가고 있는데 그런 현 시대의 상황을 뜻하고 그리고 또 그런 이제 상황들을 82MAJOR의 음악으로 저희가 깨부수고 이제 사람들의 말문을 탁 막히게 만들겠다라는 또 이중적인 의미가 담겨 있습니다.
How would you guys compare or contrast this album to your previous ones?
일단 전 엑스파일 앨범에서는 이제 뭐 되게 센 곡들도 많고 거의 다 랩 위주였는데 이번 사일런스 신드롬에는 좀 더 노래도 있고 그리고 이제 Promise You라는 되게 잔잔하고 부드러운 곡도 있기 때문에 그런 부분에서 좀 차이점이 있는 것 같아요.
네, 그리고 비슷한 점은 이제 저희가 이번에도 수록곡에 전원이 다 참여를 해서 곡을 다 만들었고요. 그래서 뭔가 연습생 때부터 저희가 꾸준히 음악을 만들어서 저희만의 음악을 계속 보여드릴 수 있게 되어서 그게 너무 좋은 것 같으니까 저희 음악 많이 들어주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
I want to get into one of the, outside of your music, your styling is so just so 82MAJOR. And I feel like a lot of groups, they try to change up their style, like physical style as far as like hair, outfits and everything to fit that concept. But you have something that has kind of like kept on going since the beginning, where it's just, your style is so just you. And it makes you stand out, and it's so interesting and so cool, So tell me about the styling choices for this comeback.
So, I don't know. Honestly, there's no words that I can kind of put on our style. If I had to choose, it'd be different or unique, right? And especially this comeback, we've had two members that have never dyed their hairs before, and they obviously they dyed their hair. And there's obviously for me, I've only had long hair, just in general in my whole entire life, but now I have short hair, and obviously our youngest also has really short hair as well. A lot of the styles, at first when you look at them, you're like, oh, that's okay, that's unique, that's different. But once we obviously film the music video, do all of our profile shoots and stuff like that, it all kind of comes in together as one. So yeah, there's a lot of different styles and different style choices that we've made this time around.
Was that something that was kind of talked about from the beginning of your career, making sure you're standing out with your styling as well? Or is this just something that's kind of just been oh yeah, for this one we're going to all change our hair, or Duggan, he's gonna do spiky hair that we haven't seen an idol do in so long,
No, definitely not. But the one thing that they did tell us is that we're always going to try to break the norms. So that's just one thing that they told us about. I don't know about styling and whatever. They didn't say anything about that. But they're with our music, we're gonna try to break the norms and not follow any trends. I didn't know it correlated to our styling as well, but I mean, it's working out. So.
With your title Takeover, I want to talk a little bit about that because again, it's an 82MAJOR title track. And so I wanted to know what about this track was oh, this is the one for this album.
일단은 82MAJOR의 약간 강력함을 보여줄 수 있는 곡이라고 생각을 했어요. 전체적으로 약간 랩곡 자체가 빠르게 달려가는 느낌이 있다 보니까 그 점도 저희랑 되게 잘 맞는다고 생각을 했고, 또 혀끝에서는 스떡에서는 전원이 랩을 했다면 이번에는 보컬 멤버인 성희, 리아하고 도균이가 프리코러스로 이제 보컬까지 같이 해서 좀 더 다채로운 색깔이 함께된 곡 트랙이라 생각을 해서 타이틀곡으로 제격이다라고 생각을 했습니다.
In the song, you have lyrics that translate to making a new set of rules. So what do you want people to get out of this album? What do you want people to get from 82MAJOR's world?
저희가 저희 6명이 곡을 계속 저희 힘으로 만드는 것을 계속 유지하고 앞으로도 계속 저희가 음악을 만들면 저희만의 음악적인 색깔이 잡히고 그리고 이런 음악을 들으셨을 때 82 메이저의 음악이다 라고 많이들 생각하시고 저희 팬분들께서도 82 메이저의 세계를 그렇게 같이 만들어 가셨으면 좋겠습니다.
It's kind of like what you said earlier, like you can't kind of compare us to any other group. Whereas you kind of like see our music and see our style and you're like, ooh, that's just 82 Major. We're trying to create our own lane, you know, and try to make our own world on top of that. So yeah.
And then for the other tracks on this album, I saw that you guys had performed them at a recent concert. So I wanted to know, you know, how did that go first? And then also, why did you decide to go ahead and perform these songs?
일단 저희가 콘서트에서 신곡을 공개하는 게 첫 콘서트부터 그랬었고 뭔가 이제 하나의 그런 묘미가 된 것 같아서 이제 앞으로 항상 콘서트에서 뭔가 첫 곡을 보여드릴 것 같고 그러다 보니 이제 팬분들도 저희가 콘서트에서 어떤 무대를 할지 많이 기대해 주시고 그리고 그 무대를 좋아해 주셔가지고 저희가 앨범에도 넣고 그리고 저희도 이제 좋으니까 더 많이 만들고 하는 것 같습니다.
그리고 저희가 평소에 이제 곡들도 많이 쓰다 보니까 그래서 콘서트에 오신 분들 팬분들을 위해서 저희의 특별하게 이렇게 마음을 표현하고 싶었고 신곡을 저희가 처음으로 발표를 했을 때 팬분들이 되게 뜨겁게 반응을 해주셨는데 근데 콘서트에서도 굉장히 이제 호응 소리도 엄청 크게 들려서 되게 감사하죠.
And speaking about like, you know, writing your own lyrics, for this album, how long did it take you guys to complete the album to a point where you were like, okay, this is it, we're ready to release it?
A lot of the songs we made for our concert, and so before we had any thoughts of putting it in the album, in like just entirely, we had to make the song for the album, for the concert, and so obviously like while you're preparing for a concert, you're gonna have to be making a lot of different songs, right? And so we actually kind of like rapid fire like a lot of different songs and a lot of different ideas. And once we all like come together and we listen to these ideas and listen to the songs that we do have, we pick them out. We like handpick them. And so yeah, we just make a lot of songs and we make them really fast as well. And so yeah, I think that's how we move.
Are there songs that you didn't include on this album that you're going to include in the future?
Hopefully, I know there's a lot of songs that I personally really like that I wish we had, but I guess only time will tell, right?
네, 저는 있는 것 같아요.
저도 근데 그 여담이긴 한데 사실 가십이라는 곡도 저희가 오토반 때 쓰려고 만들었던 노래인데
Yeah.
이게 보류가 됐어요. 근데 이제 저희가 다시 조금만 더 수정을 해서 앨범에 넣었던 저번 앨범이라서 좀 그렇긴 한데 약간 여담이어가지고.
We have artists making music just for an album, but hearing that you're making them for just a concert, even though concerts are super important, but hearing that you're making them for a concert is wild. That just proves how advanced you are in your careers in such a short time, which is really cool to see.
Thank you.
When we have time, not just our concerts, like for festivals that we go to, we try to make songs for that specific festival. And so, like obviously, when we first debuted, we only debuted with 2 songs, and then for our first mini album, we had 4 songs, and so in total, we only had 6 songs. And so we had to kind of fill that gap somehow, and so we just continued to make songs, more and more songs, and yeah, we kind of built it from there.
Was there any part of this album, whether it be the songs, you know, a rap verse or choreography, music video, where you were like, oh, the fans are gonna love this part. This is gonna be a part that fans talk about for sure.
저는 이번에 수록되어 있는 Promise You라는 곡이 팬분들이 굉장히 좋아하실 것 같은데 왜냐하면 저희가 계속 데뷔하고 나서부터 팬송을 만들겠다라고 얘기를 했었는데 드디어 팬송을 만들어서 자신의 벌스에 팬들에게 하고 싶은 이야기들을 메시지를 풀어서 들려드려서 팬분들도 되게 좋아하실 것 같고 그리고 제목도 같이 정한 거여가지고 좀 더 뭔가 팬분들도 같이 참여해서 같이 만든 곡이어서 그런 점이 되게 팬분들이 좋아하실 거라고 생각합니다.
프로미스유라는 곡이 팬분들께서 가장 좋아할 것 같다고 생각을 했어요. 가사에 우리 함께 손잡고 걸어갈래라는 가사가 있는데 저희가 팬분들과 계속 함께 하겠다, 같이 가겠다 이런 마음이 잘 전달됐으리라 믿고 팬분들도 그 부분을 좋아하실 거라고 생각을 했어요.
Now that you have a good amount of songs now, I wanted to know, what are your top 3? Out of the discography, what are those top 3 tracks of yours?
Top 3? Okay.
저는 촉, 혀끝, 페이스타임.
Top 3, top 3.
탑3를 정하자. 다 같이.
탑1 초.
Yeah, well, I'm in disagreement, so.
과반수 넘었어.
예, 뭐 다섯 개를.
야.
탑
whatever.
초, 탑2 페이스타임.
Yeah.
난 영어.
와.
난 2 FaceTime, 3 영어 혹은.
Me too.
난2 영어 or 3 페이스타임.
Okay. I think top 1 is Takeover.
Yeah, don't lie to yourself.
Design that light stick, that official light stick. What is that going to look like for 82 Major?
Okay, I'll go first. Actually, recently, me and Songmo were talking about this inside of like our recording room, and we were just talking nonstop for just like no reason. And then what he thought of was actually like headphones, right? And I thought that was such a good idea, but like in hindsight, I just feel like it'd be super expensive to make. But like headphones that like light up, obviously, as like a light stick, and also can be used as headphones. Wouldn't that be just so sick? Like, I don't know. I think that would be sick, but I don't know if they'll like it. Cause I don't know, honestly.
They use these at concerts though, so you want them to muffle out your sound, is what I'm getting, if you want them wearing them at a concert.
If you're like far away, it like plays through your headset, you know? Or you can just put it on your neck, just like have it around your neck.
저는 개인적으로 이제 82메이저니까 뭔가 82를 상징할 만한 물건이나 아니면은 약간 뜻이 담겨 있을 수 있는 뭔가가 있었으면 좋겠어요.
The top of it needs to have like Do-yeon's like spiky hair on the top. It's just Do-yeon's head and with headphones over it.
I'd buy it myself. I would buy that.
Me too.
들으다 깜짝 놀라실 것 같은데 이거.
They would love it. You would look out into the crowd and just see your face glowing everywhere.
I can't see it.
수백개의 머리가 이렇게.
그들을 그럼 못할 것 같은데.
너무
집중이 안 돼서.
Then moving on from the Lightstick talk, which member is the most different on and off the stage?
I think it's me.
예찬.
Yeah, I think it's me.
What are you seeing back at the dorms that the people at home are not?
그냥 무대에서는 되게 멋있는데 내려오면은 약간 천진난만해져요. 애가 귀여워져요. 애가 무대 위에서는 약간 우와 이러는데 여기서 우와.
정확히 말하면 말을 할 때와 안 할 때.
말을 할 때와 안 할 때 약간 맞는 것 같아요.
And then if you were sick and you had to miss rehearsals, which member is the one that you trust enough to go to catch you up on everything that you missed?
성이
We just gonna point hands now. It's him.
I can see that. You look very mysterious back there. You're kind of like overlooking the group, making sure they all stay in line. That's the vibe I'm getting from you right now.
엄청 뭔가 약간
보스.
Yeah, just like as the leader, and also the person that is actually technically in charge of our like dance aspect of like our group. Whenever like we miss class, like dance class for example, he'll always be the first one to come up to us and be like, catch us up on stuff. Or if he doesn't do that, he's always the one that we can go to, and he'll always just help us out no matter what. So shout out Mr. Songyears out here, Mr. Joe. Shout out Mr. Joe.
샷을 몇 번을 하고
조신것처럼 이렇게 꽉 잡히면 좋겠지만. 가끔 제가 컨트롤 당하는 것 같아요.
약간 오토 모드.
And then lastly, I wanted to know, pitch this album to someone new. If they hadn't checked your music out, how are you going to pitch this album to make them interested?
아무래도 이제 저희 세 번째 미니 앨범 사일러스 신드롬의 타이틀곡 멀바를 한번 들어보시는 게 어떨까 저 생각이 드는데요. 말 그대로 이제 저희 앨범명처럼 들으시면 말문이 턱 막힐 정도의 그런 좋은 곡이니까요. 노래뿐만 아니라 안무 뮤직비디오도 굉장히 멋있으니까 뭘봐 테이크오버 들어보시면 정말 좋을 것 같습니다.
그리고 저번 타이틀곡 혀끝 활동 때 저희가 이제 많은 분들에게 좀 강렬한 이미지를 심어드려서 되게 좋아하시는 분들이 많으셨다고 생각을 해요. 그래서 이번에 좀 더 기대를 하셨던 분들이 많이 계실 것 같아서 그 기대에 부응할 수 있게 열심히 준비했으니까 이번 앨범도 꼭 들어봐 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
그리고 일단 저희 앨범에 평소에 좀 들어보시지 못한 좀 신선한 느낌의 곡들도 많아가지고 그리고 저희 멤버들은 매력적인 보이스가 너무 가득해가지고 계속 듣고 싶으실 겁니다.
Honestly, if I had a pitch, I'd be like, just give me 10 minutes of your time. Just 10 minutes. If you watch Hyukkum music video and Worba music video, I promise you'll never see anything like this ever again. Boom. Done. 10 minutes, you're mine.
The Stuck music video, like I said, was so good. And if anybody asks me, hey, what's your favorite K-pop music video? That's the only one I think of at this point. So I was like, is Takeover, is that going to dethrone that? Is it going to be the same cinematic universe?
You actually hit it right, like you hit the nail like right on the head, you know? It's because Hyukut is like us being like super secret like agents and stuff like that. But Morba, the music video for Takeover, is like us before we become the super secret heroes. And so it's like us being like kind of like delinquents and just like trying to escape and like trying to feel that freedom, but then coming to realize that this isn't what we really want to do and that we should just go back into the training system to become the super secret like agents. And then from that point on, if you watch Hyukut, it goes straight into like the training arc and then to like the fighting scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just one universe. Yeah, right.
예, 맞습니다.
Getting out down, yeah, we had it. 매료됐지, 넌 눈이 번쩍. 말만 하다 눈물을 숨기려 모자라 비스듬히 걸쳐.
Thank you.
See you next time.
Yeah. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you so much.